What's up, guys? Welcome back to Prediction Center here on Three-Sided Box. We are doing NFL again today. Once again, Johnny and Eric cannot join us due to scheduling, but I promise you they're coming back. Not like it really matters anyways. Someday. They got their picks, but yeah, hopefully someday, wherever they are, come back, guys. So week 10, we hit double digits of weeks. We are past the halfway point of the season, which is crazy. Most teams have had their byes by now, or are gonna do it. Like you guys. So let's jump into Thursday night football, and we're starting off strong in week 10. We're starting off irrelevant bowl. The Cleveland Browns walking in to Baltimore, play the Ravens. What do you have?
The Ravens are in the division lead after a tough win over the Steelers. But to be honest, I don't think Big Ben was 100% healthy.
No, obviously not.
Obviously, they're not at full strength with Martavis Bryant out. I think for the year with suspension. But still an impressive win. I like the Ravens. I like their defense, so I'm gonna pick them. Browns really are have a really good chance to go 1-16. I saw today it's like 15% chance based off their FPI like percentage to win. Hey, no, I was just saying like they have a 15% chance of going 1-16 by like chance, anyways, which is pretty high. So I'm gonna go with the Ravens in this one.
Yeah, Johnny's got the Ravens. I'm gonna pick the Ravens. I like them. We all like them. We always tend to side with them. And when you're playing the Browns, it's hard to not.
It's like a bye week.
Yeah, exactly. Which is what the Cowboys had last week. And the Browns are in prime time only because the NFL has to have it like that, where every team needs to have a Thursday nighter, which is very stupid. But anyways. Alright, so we're on the Ravens. Let's see what happens on Sunday's matchups.
Alright, in our first Sunday matchup, we have the Houston Texans going into Jacksonville to play the Jags, who should have fired their coach pretty much a year ago. Still haven't yet. Waiting on that. What do you got?
Well, we've hit two irrelevant bowls back-to-back first time this season.
Kind of.
Definitely irrelevant bowl. Don't even try and
if the Texans lose this game, it has like divisional impact.
Yeah, but it's still irrelevant bowl. It's irrelevant bowl by definition is a boring matchup that nobody cares about. This is definitely that.
Yeah, then it fits the bill.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give it to the Texans just because they're a half decent team and the Jaguars are far from that. So I'm giving it to the Texans.
Yeah, Jags have a tendency to do bad against the Texans usually. Texans, regardless of their offense, they still have a very good defense. Probably one of the most underrated defenses. So I'm going to go with the Texans in this one as well. Who does Johnny have?
Jags.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Mind you, it's his division. Maybe he knows something we don't.
Maybe.
So, yeah, he's picking the Jags. We got the Texans. Who cares, really? Sorry, whoever's a fan of these two teams. Next game. So next up, we got Denver Broncos riding into Nalians, play the New Orleans Saints. Interesting matchup. Excuse me. High-powered offense versus high-powered defense. Oh my god, I got the burps. Who do you have winning this one, Michael?
Well, I think the formula has been laid out.
Please gloat a little bit.
No,
we don't know that's coming.
On how to beat the Broncos.
Yeah.
They obviously have a great secondary, and it's really hard to pass on them, so you need to run well. And to do that, you need a really, really good running offensive line. So the Raiders are lucky to have that, and we took advantage of that. But I don't think the Saints have that same capability. Maybe pass block, they're doing really well in that, but I'm not so sure about run. I think they're average, but I think you need to be really good to beat that front, even with Derek Wolfe out. So I'm sticking with the Broncos to take this one.
Who's Johnny have? He's got the Saints. Wow. He's picking upsets again. Even when he's not here, he's shocking the world. I'm going to give it to the Broncos. As much as I like the Saints, it just seems like a Broncos win. Especially after a tough loss to you guys last week.
Saints beat the Seahawks, man.
They beat the Seahawks, you're right. So anything could happen, but I don't know. I just don't see the Broncos losing back-to-back.
Yeah, me either.
Like this. So, yeah. So we got the Broncos. Johnny's got the Saints. Interesting matchup. Let's see what happens next game.
Alright, so next up we probably got our second irrelevant bowl of the week.
Third.
Oh, third, my bad.
Three.
You're right, our third. We got the Los Angeles Rams, who are probably the most boring team ever.
The Browns are pretty boring.
I don't know. The Browns are entertaining because of how bad they are. The Rams are just very not entertaining. Anyways, they're heading into New York to play the really bad and surprising Jets. What do you got?
Just because it's at home, I'm going to give it to the Jets. Fitzpatrick is hurt, but I think he's expected to play. If not, what's the third string's name? Who was also expected to start at some point this year. Is it Kellen Moore or something like that?
No, I forgot his name. I think it starts with a P. Anyways, I know he played for Baylor. That's all I know. He was a good quarterback at Baylor. But anyways.
So was RG3, but anyways.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, I'm giving it to the Jets just because they're at home. And they got Brandon Marshall. It's usually a good enough reason to win. So.
It's a bit of a tough one.
Nazim.
Yeah. It's a bit of a tough one because while the Jets are obviously very talented minus the quarterback on offense, I find that their O-line has struggled at times to kind of hold the fort in terms of pass block. And with a guy like Ryan Fitzpatrick who doesn't really know how to read a defense, it could spell doom. So I'm actually going to roll with an upset pick here and pick the Rams. And I know Johnny's definitely picking the Rams.
Johnny's definitely got the Rams.
Yeah, he's definitely got the Rams.
No question.
So I'm going to agree with him on that. I'm going with the Rams. I think that Todd Gurley is going to have a better second half of the season, and that defense is going to step up.
Okay, so 2 Rams. I got the Jets. It's an interesting one. It's definitely irrelevant, and anything could happen in these games, and everyone will forget about it the second they're done. So sorry again to Jets and Rams fans and to all of the teams we've been making fun of, but it just seems like one of those weeks. So yeah, let's move on to the next matchup. So next up, we got a very interesting matchup. Very important matchup for me personally. I dyed my hair for this. A little bit. Looks a little green, but it's supposed to be blue. I was bored and I wanted to dye it. I'm talking about the Atlanta Falcons walking into Philly to play the Philadelphia Eagles. Obviously, I cannot pick. And with that, I'll throw it off with Johnny's pick. He's got my Eagles winning this one at home. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be tough. And I'll let you pick yours before I go into a little rant.
I don't know. Eagles have been really disappointing me. Not necessarily defensively, but obviously offensively is where the problems usually lie.
Not in the past.
Yeah, not in the past. But now...
Chip Kelly.
I will say Eagles have beaten like when they have gotten wins this year, it's been against really
3-0 at home first of all.
Yeah, I don't. To me, anyways, I was gonna say like they beat teams that they shouldn't beat, like teams that are better than them, such as the Steelers, the Vikings, so on and so forth. So this game, certainly isn't the lock-in for the Falcons, but I'm still gonna pick the Falcons. Eagles, if they do have an Achilles heel on defense, it's their cornerbacks. And Julio Jones is gonna have a huge game, I think. He's more or less uncoverable by really good corners. Now against bad corners,
I have a feeling they're gonna just have Jenk on in the whole game.
That won't do it. It doesn't matter. He's too good.
Yeah, but Jenk's better than what we got. Like instead of 200 yards, maybe like 110 he'll have.
Yeah, it's still gonna be enough to win, man. I got the Falcons in this one, but I wouldn't be surprised by an Eagles upset.
I think the best way to win this match is to attack the quarterback, and we got a top 5 front 4 in the league. Brandon Graham's having a career year. Fletcher Cox been a bit quiet, but still he's getting to the quarterback. He's not getting the stats. Connor Barwin had a big game last game versus the Giants. Beanie Logan is back, which is huge. The guy's great on the run stop. I think if we can stop the run and we can hit the quarterback, I think Julio Jones will be a factor. He's gonna have over 100 yards receiving, but I think the Eagles could take care of business. If Nelson Aguilar could get cut, why couldn't it be him who got arrested and got cut instead of Josh Huff? Like, at least Josh Huff's been productive this year. Nelson Aguilar has not had a game over 75 yards. Bryce Treggs, a rookie, played his first game last week, had a game over 75 yards. I'm just saying.
You guys invest in a bona fide.
We need a receiver. We need a running back. We need corners. Maybe a linebacker. And maybe reshape the O-line a little bit. But we got some pieces in place to do some damage. Going forward, we got a good future. Carson Wentz, and let's just say this a little rant here that I've been wanting to get off my chest the last couple of days. Eagles fans have been saying for Doug Pearson to get fired. You're not a real Eagles fan, okay? Do you not remember the 3 years of hell we went through with Chip Kelly? Do you not remember that? And 2 of those 3 years were 10-6 records, and we made the playoffs the first time. They were good years going on, but it was frustrating years. Why? Because he went too conservative to too overly aggressive? Yes. Has the play climb been shoddy at times? Absolutely. First of all, he's a rookie head coach. Second of all, he has a garbage team around him. We have no receivers. Who do you want Carson to pass the ball to? Why would Doug Peterson call pass plays if he can't trust his wide receivers?
Carson Wentz is making bad decisions.
But he's a rookie. He's allowed to, and our line is not giving him time to think. And he has no wide receivers. He's always looking for Ertz, Jordan Matthews, or Darren Sproles. What do you do when all 3 of those guys are covered and your only guy is Nelson Aguilar, who you know is probably going to drop it? Honest to God, you're not telling me it's on his head. Carson Wentz, you're doing a fantastic job. Keep doing what you're doing. Make a little bit better decisions, but it's all good. You're riding how I thought you would be. Doug Peterson, call a little bit less aggressive, a little bit more conservative compared to last week, but compared to 2 weeks ago, a little more aggressive, a little less conservative. Just be somewhere in the middle. Be Andy Reid, the guy in the middle. All right. And with that, I hope the Eagles win in the Bird Bowl, because this is the Bird Bowl. It's not an irrelevant bowl, it's a Bird Bowl. So fly, Eagles, fly. My hair is turning green for you guys. It's a sign. It's supposed to be blue, it's turning green. So there you go. Fly, Eagles, fly. Next game.
Alright, so next up we got the Kansas City Chiefs heading into Carolina to play the Panthers. Has a lot of bearing on my division, at least, this game.
Yep. And on the NFC picture.
Yeah. Who do you got?
I'm going to give it to the Chiefs. Panthers have been very disappointing. They didn't look very impressive versus the Rams. Even though they came out with a win. Big deal. You beat the Rams. It's like, honestly, beating the Rams is like beating the Browns today. It has almost no bearing on how your team actually does in real life. So, with that, the Chiefs have been pretty good this year. It's basically, I mean, it's not, but it's more or less a 3-way tie for your division, even though you guys have a game up on the Broncos.
Anything can happen.
Yeah. So it's super close. You guys are the class of the AFC. The NFC East is the class of the NFC. Just based on record, I'm talking about. Yeah. Not based on actual skill, because obviously the NFC East still sucks. So yeah, I got the Chiefs.
As much as it pains me to say them, as much as I would like my Raiders to stay atop division, for more than a week, the Chiefs are really well balanced. They're getting some starters back. Last week they almost lost the Jags, but they had a bunch of guys injured, so I
think Foles started.
Yeah.
And I think Andy Reid. Whoop! There goes one light. Andy Reid usually does well against the Panthers. So, from my experience.
Whatever. I'm gonna pick the Chiefs anyways. I don't want to. I can't stand them. I find them very boring and their offense to be very average.
It's a card that
at best. But they're playing the Panthers, and I think they might be getting Justin Houston back this week, if I'm not mistaken. Boy. So beware of the pass rush.
Alright, and Johnny's got the Panthers, and then I guess you would.
I hope he's right.
Normally it's not an upset, but this season it would be considered an upset. So yeah, 2 Chiefs, 1 Panther. Anything's possible. Interesting matchup. Next game. So our next matchup, we got the Chicago Bears running into Tampa Bay to play the Bucks. I think this is the Bucks' 3rd straight home game. Which is crazy. They had the one we went to, then Thursday night, now this one. That's pretty big. Usually you don't see that too much. So yeah, disappointing Bears, kind of below average Bucks. Yeah, winning.
I got the Bucks. Honestly, the Bears really aren't anything good.
They won last week. Huh?
Versus who? No, they're on a bye, I think.
Oh, they won them the game before.
Yeah,
Jay Cutler somehow rallied the troops.
Yeah, well, the Bears are gonna have their games where they're gonna play well and whatever, blah blah blah. These are usually the games they lose. At least Jay Cutler loses.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks on this one.
Well, Johnny's gonna agree with you for once today. He's gonna pick the Bucks, and so am I. I just don't see the Bears winning this one. It's I don't really have much to say this week on that one. I don't know why. Bears really suck this year, and it's sad because the team is riding a big high right now because of the Cubbies, and of course they got the Hawks winning all kinds of stuff. So gotta get on that trend, Bears. Let's make the city proud. So $3 in beautiful Tampa Bay. Next game.
Alright, so next up we got the slumping Minnesota Vikings heading into Washington to play the Redskins, who just came off a bye.
I feel like they haven't played in like 3 weeks. I haven't heard a thing about them.
Yeah.
And there goes the light. Hold on a second. Well, due to technical difficulties, we're going to have to deal with this for as long as it lasts, because my basement wiring is a little If you see anything here, maybe one day I'll show you one of my videos how this looks like downtown Dubai, because of all my video game consoles. But anyways, where were we?
Vikings at Redskins.
Vikings at Redskins. Yeah, like I said, I feel like they haven't played in forever. I'll throw it off with Johnny's pick. He's got, oh, there you go. He's got the Redskins. Don't know why. Guess he likes that. I don't. I'm picking the Vikings to win and pick up where they left off before they faced an NFC East team. That being the Philadelphia Eagles. And get on that winning track again. Sam Bradford's another good game.
It's a tough one. But you know what? I'm just going to go on a limb and just say the Redskins are going to win because I think that they're taking the division still. So I'm rolling with the Redskins. They're the best team in the division.
I'm surrounded by idiots, whether physically or mentally. Johnny's.
They're the best team in the division.
You're all idiots. Vikings are clearly winning this game. Next match. So for the last 1 o'clock game, Eastern Standard Time, in the NFL Week 10 is the Green Bay Packers heading into Tennessee to play the Titans. I guess some would call this irrelevant, some wouldn't.
No,
so I mean, normally this would be a complete blowout game, but the Packers have been kind of disappointing this year. Anyways, who do you have winning this one, Michael?
You know, Aaron Rodgers was in an interview this past week, and he was pretty much putting the blame on his teammates on the loss. He's like, "Oh, I bring the energy. I bring the."
It wasn't an interview. It was a post game.
Sorry, well, post game conference, whatever, press conference, and like he's pretty much calling out his teammates. When the guy looks like he's lethargic, he doesn't look like he gives a shit. Excuse my language. And with that being said, I think there's a lot of instability within that team right now. I don't really think Mike McCarthy knows what the hell he's doing with the team. So with that being said, I'm going to pick the Titans in this one as a very, very surprising team. I know the Packers do have technically, by statistics, the best rushing defense, but...
What's with you in statistics this week? It's all you've been bringing up is stats.
Yeah, but it's not like I banged
Max Kellerman, hello? What have you done?
No. So I'm going to roll the Titans on this one. I think that they're going to be able to run it down Green Bay's throats. And I think they're going to win a very close one. So.
Alright, and there goes the light again. I feel like it's every time I'm about to speak, it goes on or off. I'm picking the Packers to win this one. I don't think that the Titans are that good. Their defense is not that great. And the Packers, I think Aaron Rodgers will have a good game. And with that, Johnny agrees with me. He's got the Green Bay Packers winning this one. I don't know. I guess I can see the Titans making it competitive, but I definitely don't see them winning this one. But it is a road game, so anything can happen. But I got the Packers. So, 2 Schnock Greens, 1 Fallen God.
Yeah.
Next game.
Alright, so next up, we got the Miami Dolphins, who are suddenly doing pretty good, heading into San Diego.
They always do good.
Yeah.
Around this time. Like, they always have, like, that mid-season, like, oh,
Surge.
they're... Like, the Dolphins might actually be decent this year.
They do a reverse Bears.
Yeah, exactly.
Bills, sorry.
Yes.
Bears.
Yeah.
At San Diego, who do you got winning this one?
Oh, excuse me. Oh my god. Irrelevant Bowl week number 4 of the week. This is crazy. We're going to hit a whole new record. I'm going to give it to the... I'm going to give it to the Dolphins. They got a good run game. And they're used to playing in that type of climate, so it's like not much of a home field advantage for the Chargers. Dolphins for me.
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to go with the Chargers on this one. They're really not a bad team. Even though statistically they're the worst in the in our division just by record. But they could easily be 8-1. And they're still a scary team no matter what. And they could definitely make the division interesting. So I'm with the Chargers on this one. I think that Melvin Gordon is coming along pretty well this season, especially last game, had a career game. Phillip Rivers is always, always good. So it's hard to bet against the Chargers on this one.
Well, Johnny is going to agree with you. He's got the San Diego Chargers winning this game. Look, I can see the Chargers winning it. I just feel like the Dolphins, like we said before, that they're in that mode where they're going to be winning games, and the Chargers fans are barely showing up to the games, and the climate won't play much of a difference. I feel like the Dolphins have a bit of an edge just because of the fact that there is no edge to the Chargers. Like, they don't have any advantage being at home, so the Dolphins have that like mental edge, like, oh, okay, they got nothing against us. I don't know, whatever. It's a relevant bowl. No one really cares. So I got the Dolphins. You and Johnny got the Bolts. Let's see what happens. Anything's possible. Next game. So for one of two America Game of the Weeks, we got the San Francisco 49ers riding into Arizona to play the Cardinals. Kind of irrelevant bowl. Kind of. It's teetering. We got a really bad Niners team and a very disappointing Cardinals team. So 2-3 years ago, this would have been like a very good matchup. What do you have winning this one, Michael?
I got the Cards. I think it's pretty obvious. Niners haven't won since their first game of the season.
Versus the Rams.
So yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Cards are just simply the better team.
Well, Chip Kelly was my coach for 3 years. I believe we played the Cardinals twice in that time span, and we lost every time. I'm going to pick the Cardinals to win. With that, plus the Niners suck. So, Cardinals are due for a little bit of a break. This is kind of one of them. So, Johnny's got the Cards too. He likes Bruce Arians. We all hate Chip Kelly. I think that's a thing across the board here at Three-Sided Box. I don't hate him. I'm lying. I don't really hate him, but he sucks, man. Go back to college. Coach the Ducks. Go back to Oregon, man. They need somebody. They're terrible again. All right, so 3 cards. Anything can happen again. Divisional matchup, NFC West. See what happens on Sunday. Next game.
Alright, so next up, we got probably the second best game of the week. We got...
Teach their own.
We got the 8-1 Dallas Cowboys?
7-1.
7-1 Dallas Cowboys. Heading into Pittsburgh to play the 4-4, not in the playoffs, Steelers. I kind of already know who you're going to pick in this game, so but go ahead.
I'm going to pick black and yellow to win this one. I think Ben Roethlisberger's a little angry after the loss last week, and why not take it out on the most luckiest and stupidest team in football, that being the Dallas Cowboys. Because in reality, they suck and they're really not that great. The Eagles dominated them, and they still came out with a stupid win. Thank you, refs, for that. See, I don't make excuses. The Eagles lost last week to the Giants, and it was our fault. I didn't blame the refs. Even though there was some missed calls, but there was missed calls on both sides. So I kept my mouth shut because that's what I do. But for the Cowboys, in most of the games this year, refs have been terrible. I hope the Steelers pick up a win for good old Pennsylvania. Go black and yellow.
Read out Johnny's picks. I'm still not sure about this one.
Well, he's got the Cowboys because he's stupid.
It's that simple.
Actually, yeah, he's got the Cowboys, yeah.
You know what? I'm going to go the Cowboys too. I think that to beat the Cowboys, you need a really good defensive front. You need to stop that run game and force Dak to throw downfield. I don't really think the Steelers have enough.
You realize Antonio Brown is going to run circles around the team. He's going to go like up to the 1, run back to his own 1, then run back to the 1, and then back to the first one, and he's going to keep running back and forth, and that
one thing I score. Look, the key to this game is how are the Steelers going to stop the run?
Ezekiel Elliott sucks!
He doesn't suck.
Oh, please.
He went to The Ohio State University, and that O-line is the best in football, and second best to the Raiders. Okay, that's the way it is.
Oh my God.
And the Steelers, I think that although their D-line is pretty decent, it's not enough to stop that O-line. It's just too good.
The Cowboys are losing this game. You guys got the Cowboys as you're both dumb. I got the Steelers. Enough said. Next game. Sunday Night Football on NBC. No pun intended. It's not really a pun, but whatever. Carrie Fisher stole him from me. Anyways, all hockey fans know what I'm talking about. Seahawks at Patriots. Seahawks got 2 primetime games back to back. The NFL seems to do that for some reason this year. Or recently they've been doing that, but it's been quite a while actually, now that I think about it. Interesting matchup. Rematch of Super Bowl from 2 years ago. What do you have winning?
Seahawks have been kind of winning tight games against teams I would think that they would, win pretty handily. Patriots are back to being the Patriots. Brady's back. Haven't really played any teams with like a challenge, so this should be a good measuring stick for the Patriots. I got them winning. By them I mean the Patriots. I think it's gonna be a pretty tight matchup, but eventually the Gronk and Brady duo will just be too much for the Seahawks, I think, in this one.
Well, I'll throw it off with Johnny's. He got the Seahawks winning this one. They won a close one the other day versus the Bills in Seattle. Now it's in Boston. Excuse me. I got the Pats. I think the Pats are going to be too much. The Seahawks defense has been good this year, but Brady beat them once in the most important game of the year. I think he could beat them again in prime time on Sunday night.
To be fair, that game was, pretty much the reason why the Pats won is because Pete Carroll was too stupid to give it off to Marshawn. Let's be honest. Let's be real.
Irrelevant because the winner is the winner. Now, if Andy Reid decides to do something a little, throw it to Terrell Owens instead of to whoever else was on the team back in 2004, then the Eagles would have won the Super Bowl because McNabb didn't puke to the left, he puked to the right, we would have won the Super Bowl. Okay, who cares? Winner for the Patriots, I got the Pats, you got the Pats, Johnny's got the Seahawks. It's very interesting. This is actually a really good Sunday nighter, so hopefully the ratings go up for the NFL with this one because it should be a good one. So we'll see what happens on Sunday night. Let's move on to Monday Night Football. Next game.
Alright, so for our final game, Monday Night Football, prime time, we got the Cincinnati Bengals.
The
Bengals. I call them the Bungles. At the New York Giants. Are these two New York games? Are they just playing the day before?
Yeah.
In New York?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't think I saw that before. Anyways, who do you got in this one?
Bengals.
Could you give any reasoning?
Because the Giants suck.
Yeah, but they have Odell.
And he did nothing last week.
He got 2 touchdowns.
Off 2 turnovers. That Carson Wentz gave it to him. And then when they actually had field possession, he was already fouled because he sucks.
So that's it?
That's about it.
Are you like a psychopath? Just like...
Psychopaths?
Exactly. I got the Bengals too. If there is a weakness with the Bengals, it's their run defense, and the Giants have a terrible run offense. I think that secondary could do enough to stop Odell, and I don't think Sterling Shepard nor Victor Cruz or that wide receiver core will be able to stop. We'll be able to do anything really crazy. And honestly, how they're gonna cover AJ Green? That's what I want to know. So
they were barely able to cover Jordan Matthews.
Yeah. So I got the Bengals in this one.
Well, Johnny's got the Giants. He's literally picked every team in the NFC East, including the Eagles, which is a fucking huge shocker. So you got the Bengals. I got the Bengals. Johnny's got the Giants. Again, because he's stupid. Sorry, Johnny. No offense. Anyway, so that's been it for Week 10 of this NFL season, 2016-2017. We're really getting to the thick of things here. All the games pretty much going forward are extremely important. Every game's important, but especially now. These are the teams that start winning now are the teams that usually go deep in the playoffs. So anything could happen. Hopefully the Eagles win. Hopefully for you the Raiders win. Hopefully for Johnny the Colts win. But actually, you guys are both on buys, no?
Yeah.
Which is crazy. I'm the only one playing out of the three of us. So there you go. So hopefully the Eagles win. No one cares about the rest of you guys this week. Thanks for watching, guys. Smash that like button. Shout out H3. Please like, comment, subscribe. Share the video with your friends. Leave your picks down below. We like to see what everyone else picks because we're usually extremely wrong. Don't listen to us when it comes to making bets, especially that mise au jeu, whatever you people call it outside of the Quebec, the lottery where you pick the teams winning. Anyways, thank you again for watching, guys. Take care, and we'll see you all next week for Week 11.